Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Don't try not to run back decks too often, but I've really been enjoying this one, and I wanted to port over a best of one variant of it because I had some folks asking for it. So this is my Rakdos burn deck in Historic, pretty much a mono red splash black deck. I played it the other day in best of three. If you want to check out that for that ladder, but basically, I love this card. It's so good. Painful Bond, draw two cards. In this deck, it's pretty much just draw two cards, no downside, minus the two Kolaghan's Command. We're playing this and Kolaghan's Command as our black cards. And then we have three creatures in the deck. Dragon Rage Chandler, which can get evasive, helps shape up our draws with the Surveil and Delirium. Soulscar Mage, which shrinks things down and has prowess. And then Bloodthirsty Adversary, which lets us rebuy cards from our graveyard. So kind of Snapcaster Mage-esque, but with a hasty body. We're playing two Kumanas in this version here. Deals one, lets us ping, and then hits it just becomes a 2/2. And then we have a bunch of burn. Play with Fire for the face. We have Electrostatic Blast that draws us cards as well. Lightning Strikes in here for 3 more damage. So basically in the best of one version, I'm playing Roiling Vortex main. Helps with the life gain decks, random combo decks, stuff like that. And then Static Discharge, which just get bigger as well. Or a Lurish Shell as well, because it's free to play here. I'm going to give it a couple games like this. I want to see how... In best of 3, it was fine as a Lurish Shell. In best of 1, I might actually want to drop Lurrus and just reconfigure it ever so slightly to have 3-mana Chandra in here. But we'll give it a go. Tank my rank a bit with a different deck, but I want to give this one a go. I'm 4-0, 3-0 in best of 3. Played one game with without the Vortexes in the main. In best of 1. But we will see how this goes. Alright, playing against Killadub. Killadub's always on some sort of flash variant, so let's burn their face. Burn them with fire. I think we just do this. Typically against his types of decks, the shocking doesn't matter. Another streamer, if you do want to check him out, if you like flash control style decks. So how do we get punished here is if we draw our only other Den of the Bugbear. There's relatively low cost. We'll just play this out. I think he was playing like the new Snapcaster. Ooh, is it? What? What is this nonsense? Given that he's playing actual creatures, never in a million years. So what I like about that is, so I need to draw land here. I have Static, which gives me access to 3 cards. I think we're just going to Painful Bond here. Perfect. Just kill everything here. So what's really cool is Kolaghan's Command, buying back your Bloodthirsty Adversary afterwards. Fervorino. I can flash this back with one more land, so I think we're just going to pass the turn. So we'll take good damage here. Mana Tithe Gamer. It's an interesting line. Probably just be mana efficient this game. Just bring Lurrus to hand here. So they do have the Tithe, so we do want to play around it. We're a bit low on life. So we'll do this turn. We don't have anything to play, but Lurrus as a 4/3 lifelinker is good. Okay, got the Tithe out of them. I want this to resolve. Annoying. Think it's too early on the Vortex. We'll just keep Lightning Strike up. Land. Sick. So return a creature, deal 2, get Lurrus back to hand. Now we turn the corner. So they're like a knight, weenie. Is this a knight? Human samurai. Now we could control their life gain. Should be GG's. Nice. 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 Tried to bamboozle me. Tried to bamboozle me. Not seeing basic island on his side of the board. Not something I expect to see that often. And that's what I like about this particular deck, is you're able to pivot into different roles. There we were kind of the control deck, answering their creatures, and then basically presented a threat at some given time. Probably give this a go. No early threat, but depending on what they're playing, Vortex could be reasonable. Phoenix. Combo. Reanimator. Okay, so we're getting Vortex down as early as possible. This is likely Dragonstorm. Would have loved Soulscar on one just to push through some damage. The life gain there is actually relevant. So Mythic's Mastery will let them take 10 damage if they Emergent Ultimatum. Okay, Okay, so they already got Dragonstorm, so they can Mastery there. That gets them 2 copies. So that gets him Mythic's Mastery. That lets him Dragonstorm. This hand's just been like super slow on our part. They could just get 2 dragons and beat us down that way. They only take 5 damage for doing so. Okay, they opt to not shock. They're getting like Pact the Negation here. Rip apart. Okay, so I could Lightning Strike and Painful Bond. Probably going to be too slow here. Interesting to see the rip aparts in their list. I don't really want a Kolaghan's Command here. So shutting off the life gain here. They're probably digging for a land. Need some damn creatures. Guess if they could get to 6, then they have enough storm count for... Okay, so they see Omniscience. So they have enough for that. Interesting. Given that, we'll do this now. Okay, we get looting out of them. See if we could hit another vortex. See what they do here. My thought is getting them to discard depending on what they play out. This might be a mastery. Okay, top line's good for us. Here, I think we're just pointing this face because that lets me hold up for their life gain. That gets some storm count. You know what? I probably should have done this because if we draw a... I'm gonna feel bad. Okay, we didn't draw Vortex. We're dead now. They'll have enough storm. Oh, you're dead. Not quite. Damn, if I had one more mana, I could have killed them. They just get every dragon out of their deck and kill us. We went real slow that game. We had no sustained pressure. We had the Vortex, but that deck usually doesn't play Rip Apart. They usually play Catharic Pyre. The fact they had Rip Apart, we just weren't able, like, the fact we couldn't generate sustained pressure made it a little difficult. Okay. This hand looks good. So I'd really like an untapped land. This is just a little awkward because I can't cast 3 spells next turn. Sick. Want to trade your elf? I didn't think they'd actually trade there, but if we could slow them down to like a big 3-drop, this is probably elves. Gruely boys. They have Bone Crusher here. ETE into Bone Crusher is like the worst. Cool. I'd rather you hit that one. One block. So while I can protect myself from like a second stomp, I think just pushing the damage here, we have a second Soul Scar. This game's gonna come down to being a race. Cult Collector. Okay, so with Ooze, because I want to get the card draw off this, I need to get Ooze off the battlefield. Question is, do I just want to kill both of these and then I don't have an out to this? Because if they just Bone Crusher, I could Static Discharge. This lets me draw a card as well. So we're gonna get rid of that, deal a big chunk of damage. Play this tapped, and then next turn I can kick it, and then I have Discharge here. That can deal 3 damage to something. They could Coco. Usually with on-crop, it's a Coco version. Okay, that's really good. This is why I really like Adversary. The fact you just kind of buy back removal. Opponent. Have some respect. We take 2 here, but we attack for lethal. Burn, baby, burn! That Dragonstorm matchup, we were 2 points of damage away with a slow start. Generally, like I said, I like these aggressively slanted decks that draw cards. Hundred Ridges are killing me. We'll lead with DRC. Okay, so it's the the artifact deck. Tormund's Crypt is kind of annoying. Igneous Smith. So here, I can discharge this, saves me some life. Probably just drawing cards, to be honest. They only get 1 trigger for the turn. Yikes, need a land. Got the land. I don't want to take damage off this. They could have a counterspell here. We'll do this post-combat. If they want to throw a counter on this, they can. They just have nothing. I guess Treasure Vault provides priority. Okay, so you see Karn here. No, no, no! I forgot they have Crypt. Ugh. I forgot they have Crypt. This turn ended up being really inefficient. I could have drawn cards.
There is always another fight.
Okay, so we didn't compound the mistake. This Crypt is low-key gonna punish us, so we do need to force it eventually by putting Luris to hand. Okay, so they spend most of their turn drawing cards. One thing, future Tormod's Crypts, or if they're on Mox Ambers, stuff like that, ends up dealing 5 damage to them with the Roiling Vortex. Shadow Sphere is scary though. I guess we could turn off the lifelink. See if we can push through some damage. Okay, so we're 1 turn shields down with the lifelink. Don't think that matters too much. We have instant and sorcery in the yard. Then drawing Portable Hole really sucks. Well, the way they tapped does give us a chance. Taking 2. You have to take Soul Scar. So a decision was made. They might have a counter spell here. Play with fire is good. We will gladly keep Discharge on top. No problem there. I have nothing in the yard. I'm gonna just hold this. I'd rather make it seem like we have something. Oh no! Ornithopter! Ornithopter! 5 mana to cast your O2. Or 5 life. Opponent went out in style. The old Ornithopter yourself for 5. Let's give this one more. Almost punted it away there, but sometimes you just gotta hope they make a mistake. Hand is chef's kiss. Leading on Kumano here. I guess there was a way we could have done this, but this lets me power up one of my creatures. Depending what we're playing against. Sithis. Hi. So this is actually like super interesting. Because I could let them take a turn. I mean, even if they're playing like a bunch of auras. I could shrink it down next turn. This does take them off card draw though, which I do really like. So now I kind of regret not playing one of these out first. They're just getting 9 lives. I don't have Bone Crusher in my deck. I don't think I can deal damage fast enough. Can definitely keep that there. So it's 14, 15, 16. So 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just super annoying. They just naturally have 2 tutors in a row. I can't push out enough, can I? I keep losing to 9 lives. Normally you play Bone Crusher that gets around it, but We're not playing damage can't be prevented. They nutted into the combo. And I don't think we deal enough damage. We might have been able to deal enough if we had led with one of our other threats. That doesn't do anything. I'll keep this. Put away Colligan's command. So I'm actually going to lead on a Hunted Ridge here. So I have this Blast, and then I can draw some cards. Okay, so they didn't give BTE haste. They gave that BTE haste. Okay, so they're just going super wide here. Super wide. So the problem here, we're trading a lot of 1-for-1. But they could have like Chain Whirler, they could have Bone Crusher Giant, they still have 3 cards in their deck. If they're on Annex, they could be on Embercleave. Yeah, we just see that come down. I think we're just lursing here. See what they play out. I think we take 2 here. Literally the last thing I want to see at this point. Obviously, if Embercleave's their last cards, we want to try to... These castles are going to actually do a number on me. Because I can't block. Jeez. You're not going to win many games when they go 4 creatures on turn 2. 3 with haste. Our hand wasn't the best suited. We're doing well, but kind of hit a little bit of a streak here. Just drawing wrong cards problem. Speaker of Heavens. I think we hold off. We need to find a Vortex. Don't really want to hit Speaker here. Black, white, are they clerics? Got some cards. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Get Prowess, get Surveil. So I'm going to put Kumano in the graveyard. It counts as an enchantment and a creature. If I cast this, this is a sorcery. So then we'll have 4 types in the yard. I mean, we have other burn. I think we just want more burn. So here they need Collected Company, but it doesn't look like they're on a Collected Company version. That puts counters. Could point at face. Let me see how they block. Okay, opponent's gonna learn a valuable lesson. Keep that. Sick. Feels good beating the life gainers. And really here it's just like another kind of demonstration. We're not getting 9 lives locked. I don't think it's worth adding Bone Crusher. I think the utility you get from Luris keeps our curve lower. This hand's good. Got play on 1 if needed. Opponent goes first, so we'll have an idea if we need to shock. We have Vortex if needed. Painful Bond. The only thing is I don't have sustained damage in this hand. But if it's a match where we need to play the control game, we can play the control game. I'm probably going to shock regardless. Yeah, we're definitely shocking. Kill everything! See what they do here on 2. I think for this turn at least I'm going to get rid of Jaspera. That won't be useful for a couple turns. I think I'm just drawing cards. There is a case to just static discharge Allosaurus, just kill everything, but I think this turn we're okay. Because if I could just find cheap removal. We do take a point of damage. Timing's really good there, getting rid of Heroic. Tyvar, okay.
Legacy, your courage is legendary.
Um... So I think we're going Soul Scar. Question is, yeah, I'm probably just playing out Kumana. Get this going.
Ends here.
I could get tricky with like combat and stuff, but depending where they put this counter Tyvar and just a bunch of other factors, I'd rather just make sure this is dead.
I saved the monster for you.
I think here... Get rid of that. I'll attack in. They have a double block here if they want, but I'm happy to trade with the Clan Caller. Cool. Depending how they block there, we have burn damage, so the thought was attack in and let them figure it out. And then we react to them. I was going to kill the Allosaurus Shepherd because that's the one that deals the most damage to us. Should they hit another land, if they get another Lord, it's fine. We just kill them. So we went, I think, 6 and 3, 5 and 3. So a little iffy here. I think this deck might be better suited in best of 3. Tends to be a little bit slower of a format, so you're able to attack it a little bit different, but that is the deck. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great one.